The lesson this book teaches us is that we cannot fight the inevitable. Instead, we are all just dogs waiting to be executed by our owner.
In the last part of the book, it was just David trying to contemplate whether or not to execute the dog.
This dog was David. He knew in his heart that he was dying, that the old him was dying.
Rev Shaw in the last scene asked him if he wanted to delay the death of the dog, even just for a week. David then replied that he didn't want to.
It was the final scene that depicted the old David dying, just letting the world kill him.
It also showed David's helplessness, that even though he just wanted as much as to live, he himself also wanted to die in order that the pain would stop.
Another thing that the book shows us is helplessness. The helplessness to resist what either destiny or fate has for us.
We are but small things in this universe, and if it chooses to hurt us, which inexplicably can choose to do so at any moment, it can.
It doesn't mean it's over. The leash will always be just a leash. We can break it anytime we choose to do so.
Because our education and our dreams are the knife that can cut this leash that we humans created. We are not creatures simply made to be helpless and die. We must instead realize that the leash is but an illusion.
We are not robots created by this society to simply work and sleep and then die.
We have the power to say no to whomever the hegemon is.
We have the ability to question everything and decide for ourselves what is right and what is wrong.
We have to keep dreaming, because dreaming is not bad. Dreams are what keep us alive.
Remember, even if your life is in shambles right now, it's not too late to stand up again.
You're still young and can easily overcome failure.
Problems can only make you stronger if you overcome them, because you'll know how to fight against these problems again.
If life brings you down, just stand up. The story of David is not over yet.
The end of the story is how you want it to be. Whether you want David to die or to make a comeback, it's up to you.
Because in the end, it's you who can make that choice.
The man on the leash represents David Lurie's fall from grace and power, where he is reduced to the role of a dog. The dog holding the leash represents David's animalistic sexual desires. The leash shows how a man is enslaved by his own sexual desires and impulses. David Lurie's sexual desires, particularly towards Melanie, ultimately caused him to lose his career and eventually live as a dogman in the farm. The use of the color brown in the sculpture is the irony and the shift of power in post-apartheid in South Africa. In this new world, David's social standing, despite him being a white man, is diminished similarly to a black man's social status in the Western world.